Happy birthday, YouTube. Congratulations, 5 years since going live and still going strong, getting bigger and better every day. So today I wanted to talk about my YouTube story and how things have changed since I first started on the site and how I'm doing things differently and all that sort of cool stuff. Well, first of all, I started on YouTube in 2006 with my first account, which is really funny. I don't actually remember what the username is anymore because I wasn't using it to make videos. I just used it to watch videos. And I started to get involved in the community and decided to actually create a separate account, OnePotChefShow, in order to make my cooking videos because I wanted to share with the world all the different recipes and things that I know and love, and I like the idea of being able to preserve these old style recipes for future generations because in the end cooking is becoming a lost art form. A lot of people have turned their backs on home cooking and are going for takeaways and restaurants and things like that quite often these days, and it's kind of sad that these old skills are getting lost. So I decided to create the One Pot Chef Show channel, and having absolutely no experience on YouTube when it came to making videos, cameras, lighting, editing, when you go back and have a look at my original videos, because they are actually still on the One Pot Chef Show channel, my first video went up in November 2007 and it was called Creamy Chicken and Scone Bake, and I actually watched this video for the first time in about 2 or 3 years yesterday, and it was so funny to look at how different everything was, like how I did things. Like, for starters, the lighting was dreadful. I had no concept of lighting. I didn't even have a tripod for the camera, so I had a friend holding it like handheld, and so the camera's shaky, and unfortunately neither one of us knew anything about how to use a camera really beyond sort of point and shoot, so there were weird sort of zooming in and stuff like that, and it doesn't look very good, and it's lower quality than what I'm doing today because I didn't have a digital camera back then. I had a little tape-based one, and that was actually the bane of my existence at the time because obviously these days you've got a camera, you just stick it in a USB port and go from there and just take your stuff off. Back then, I had to transfer the tapes directly to the computer and it would convert it, and my computer at the time was absolutely crap, so it would take hours to convert just like 10 minutes of footage. And so by the time it finally finished converting and I went to go and put it into the editing program, I just couldn't be bothered doing much editing, so those initial videos would go for like 10 minutes, and so it would just be me standing there chopping or stirring and stuff like that, and I look back at it and kind of go, oh, cringe, because like I wouldn't do that these days. I know how to trim a video down and stuff these days, and it was really funny to look back and see how things have changed. But the other major change was the fact that these days I've made the focus of the videos the food as opposed to myself, because in those first few videos, because again I had very little experience with what I was doing, I was just basically getting my friend to hold the camera watching me cook as opposed to actually looking at the food or anything like that. So it was quite a bizarre sort of experience to sort of go back in such a little time warp type thing. So 2007 I opened the cooking channel and I started putting videos up, and they initially started getting quite a lot of views. Like, it was unusual for someone who got no subscribers or anything like that to put a video up and then like get 150, 200 views within a few hours. Like, there was obviously a lot of people out there looking for cooking videos, and I was like, cool, like I've obviously struck on something good here. And I got a lot of positive feedback, and I was able to change my videos to suit, like, make them a little bit more accessible, because like nobody's going to sit there and watch 10 minutes of me stirring, like that's crazy. So I did that. 2008, I think it was, the partnership program opened for YouTube Australia, and I applied without any serious belief that I was actually going to be accepted for it, because at the time I had like 150 subscribers and I had a few videos that were over 1,000 views, but I honestly didn't think I would get it, and I got the email back within 24 hours telling me that I had been approved for partnership, and I was like, okay, cool. And I had no idea what that meant at the time. I was just sort of going, oh cool, I get a banner at the top. That was all I knew about it, really. I didn't really think that far through of it. And So yeah, I got partnership and I started creating more videos. I wasn't doing it on a regular basis like I am these days. I was probably doing maybe once every couple of months or so. I hadn't quite figured out exactly what I wanted to do with the One Pot Chef Show channel, and I started uploading some non-cooking related videos. I used to do sort of blog videos and things like that, and after a few bits of negative feedback coming back saying oh, we want more just cooking stuff on this, why don't you open a second channel? In 2009, I did that. In July, I opened OnePotChefBlog, the channel you're watching now, and to be totally honest, I didn't have any specific plans for this channel because, like, as I've said in many videos before, it was basically designed so I could have an outlet for creating videos that simply weren't cooking related. I was able to just do whatever the hell I wanted on it. I didn't have to stick to a specific formula or do anything like that. And so if you look at the videos that I've put on this channel over the last year or so, you'll notice that there's a bit of a discontinuity and disjointedness to it because it's just sort of random stuff, like it just happens to be whatever I want to talk about that day or random little sketch things and things like that. But it was a bit of fun. And obviously recently I've decided to try and do the whole video every day type thing. So this is day 3 and I thought I'd do my YouTube story. And what are you up to these days? I've got the One Pot Chef Show channel has just over 4,000 subscribers, and One Pot Chef Blog is just about to hit 1,000. So I've come a long way in 3 years. Well, 3 years in November. I've got the website now, onepotchefshow.com, where I'm getting a lot of traffic through there. Got the Facebook page where I've got nearly 1,000 people on there. I mean, there's quite a lot of people. I've got Twitter account. I've got all that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of interconnected and all over the place on the internet these days, which is quite a huge difference to just under 3 years ago when I had no idea what I was doing. I was just standing in the kitchen being filmed while I cooked stuff, and it's interesting how things change over the years. So that's my YouTube story. I encourage you to share your YouTube story by making a video response or leaving a comment below, and I'll talk to you guys later.